So all the big artists in the world probably hate me right now for one reason. Like, I don't have Patreon, I don't sell hidden courses, I'm not holding up paid workshops, and there are no paywalls. Everything I know, I'm putting it right here on YouTube, totally free of cost. They hate me because the knowledge they are putting out there for so much money, I'm giving it away to you guys totally free of cost. You see, when I first started watercolor, I had no mentor. I did not attend workshops. I just learned from nature and studying big artists like John Singer Sargent and learned everything by myself. I don't want that to happen to you guys. In short, you can call me your best friend. I'm doing all this because I have a mission in life. I want to make you better watercolor artists. But more importantly, I want you to live a better life through art. And all I'm asking in return is incredibly simple and totally free of f***ing cost. And that is subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, guys. By the end of this video, you will not look at watercolor the same way again, I promise you. Because I'm breaking down 10 paintings sent to me by you awesome, beautiful, nice, sexy people, showing you exactly what went wrong, how to fix it, and doing a quick watercolor sketch to show you the right way to approach it. By the way, if your painting is not here, please don't take it personally. This wasn't about choosing the best painting or the best artist. I simply picked paintings that will teach us the most. Sometimes I really think, why am I even working so hard for no reason? People don't even want to subscribe. This is pathetic. I mean, come on guys, this is fucking frustrating. Alright folks, for the next 10 days, I'll post one painting every day. Don't miss out, it could be yours. Now let's dive straight into the first painting, and this is from Always Chopping. He is always chopping. I don't know what he's chopping, but he is chopping. So here's the painting, the reference and the copy of the reference. I will tell you why I copied the reference. So here are the 5 steps we need to go through. Number 1, I'll tell you the mistakes. Then I sketch over the main reference. Then I sketch from scratch. And then we finally go for watercolor painting and reveal. So Always Chopping, you are already doing a great job. There is some kind of magic, some kind of dreamy feel to it. I wish you keep it that way your entire life. This is personal, that came from you, within you. I mean, this is incredible. But then if I have to address any mistakes, there are few. First of all, whenever you see a painting like this, you should be able to be there. You should be able to drive the car. You should be able to take the left or right. You should be able to visualize yourself sitting in that window. If you can feel the place, you are doing it right. In this one particularly, the background is a bit too dark. That's why it's coming forward. We need to push it back. Then suppose I'm driving this car and I want to take the left. I don't see a lot of room over here. I mean, there should be a good amount of space that the mind can conceive that there is a left, we can take it. So whenever you get inspired by a reference or you see a scene or a photograph, first thing you do is blocking. This is how you do it. You take the frame. This is the line that's dividing it. This is the earth and this is the sky. So first we decide the frame. Then we look for the horizon. This is the basic. You are not going anywhere without this. Then we outline the buildings. We are done with the buildings. Then we have the cars. The cars are just few square boxes we can place. That's it. And then we have few figures over here. And a huge tree that appears to be in the foreground. We can make it darkest dark so that the viewer's eyes travel into the painting. As you can see, this is the basic blocking you need to do before even you start sketching. Now let's quickly do a sketch from scratch. So what do? We first decide the frame. We decide the horizon. The horizon is somewhere around there. Sorry, it's somewhere around there. Then we have the buildings. Done. Then we have this giant tree. Then we have the cars. The big one here, small one here, medium one here, few in the background. Then we follow these street lines, these dividing lines, so that we can guess the vanishing point. Do it like that. The vanishing point should be somewhere around here. So from the vanishing point, as usual, we pull straight lines all across the frame so that we get depth. Few figures over here walking down the street, few maybe over here. There's one more important element to this painting, and that is the driveway, the left turning. This is the left turn, you see. So now as we're done with the blocking part, we'll dive straight into the values. So we have full authority to do this because this is a blank canvas. These are our own two hands. We have brains. We can manipulate, exaggerate, edit, delete, whatever we want to convey our message. So always remember, art is self-expression. So express yourself to the fullest. The point here is the sky is light, the background is medium, the street gonna have some gradation, and the cars are very dark. So as you can see, we have these two sliders. The one at the top is the brush size, you can see that, and the other one is for opacity. So we can play with the opacity size, the brush size full, and the opacity is somewhere around 15-16% for the sky. So this is the sky. We are done with the sky. Okay, a bit of gradation maybe. We are done with the sky. We'll pull that up a bit for the background because we need contrast between the sky and the background and the street and the cars. Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, that's better. So guys, I hope you don't mind because these are very rough sketches just to explain things to you and make things easier for you guys. So the background is done. Same thing we are doing for the street, but here we have a bit of gradation. That means we put darks in here, and as we go, it becomes lighter. Now we are going for the cars, and we need a bit more power. So I'm not trying to paint a car, I'm trying to sketch the boxes. That's it. Then we have few red lights over here. Few of those antennas and lights and street lamps and all those. We are not done with the tree here. There's just giant tree. Alright, few crows, I mean birds. So that's how you sketch a very complex scene into a very simple one. Rewind. First, as soon as you see a reference, you block it in, then you sketch, and then you go for painting. Now let's go and paint it. By the way, I'm using Paul Rubens 36 5ml tube set, a bamboo palette from Fuumuui, watercolor paper pad from an Indian company called Arrtx, a sexy 3D printed palette from Lightwish, and some crazy rigger brush from Fuumuui again. But this brush is different. It has a needle tip, a big tummy to drink more water, and is good for rigging. Alright, enough of blah blah. Now let's do some work. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed the show and I hope you're ready for the second one. Tomorrow same time, 5 p.m. IST. Bye bye.